The galaxy believed Earth was defenseless. The Empire's armada stretched across the stars, thousands of ships moving in perfect formation. Generals on the Empire's flagship were confident. Earth would be no different. In the Sol system, orbiting satellites detected the approaching fleet hours before it arrived. Scientists on Earth watched quietly. Military officers gave orders, but their faces were calm, almost too calm. "Sir, they're coming faster than predicted," a radar officer said nervously. "Armada strength is beyond anything we've ever seen." Admiral Kira Hayes, standing on the bridge of Earth's orbital command station, looked at the approaching threat without fear. "They think this is a first strike," she said quietly. "They do not know we are ready." Human ships had not. They were smaller, fewer, but designed with something the galaxy had forgotten: strategy, precision, and secrets buried for centuries. For decades, humanity had hidden their most dangerous weapons. Earth had survived alien attacks, cosmic storms, and internal wars by keeping certain tools inactive, silent, and forgotten. "Activate Protocol Theta," Hayes ordered. The command rippled across the orbital defense network. Silent alarms spread through hidden installations. Massive systems, some untouched for centuries, began to power up. The Empire's scouts reached Earth's orbit first. They reported nothing unusual: no massive weapons arrays, no flotillas. Just calm, shining blue oceans, green continents, and a few scattered satellites. "This planet is weak," one Imperial captain said over the comm channel. "Their fleets are small. They cannot survive a proper assault. Then we will make them remember why empires rule the stars," another added. The Empire fired first. Massive energy beams streaked toward Earth's orbital defense. The human satellites tracked them calmly. Missiles were launched to intercept. Laser batteries flared across orbit. Explosions lit the night sky on Earth below. The Empire expected resistance, but not like this. Their weapons hit shields far stronger than their sensors indicated. Massive blasts that should have shattered satellites and command stations were absorbed and redirected. The human orbital station glowed, untouched by firepower meant to destroy it. Hayes watched from the bridge. "They do not know," she said. "They do not know we are awake." From hidden positions deep underground and in orbit, humanity's forgotten weapon began to stir. Massive energy grids, relics from long-vanished wars, hummed as they came online. Systems that had not moved in centuries activated automatically, linking with modern defenses. The Empire did not detect the weapon. Their fleets assumed Earth was simply defending itself. They did not realize the true danger that had been lying dormant. In a single motion, humanity prepared not just to defend, but to decimate the invaders if necessary. The Empire's first line of ships moved closer, confident, arrogant. They expected Earth to panic. They expected surrender. Instead, every human system remained silent, calm, precise, waiting. Admiral Hayes walked slowly along the bridge, her voice barely audible over the hum of machinery. "They think they are attacking first," she said. "Let them come." Far above, the Empire's commanders felt something strange, an unease they could not identify. Something hidden, unseen, but powerful. Something they had long forgotten existed in the galaxy. The Empire's armada continued to advance, unaware that their first strike had triggered a chain reaction. A silent weapon, forgotten for centuries, had awakened, and the galaxy had never seen anything like it. Silence filled Earth's orbit. The Empire's armada loomed above, massive and arrogant. Thousands of warships, lined in perfect formation, stretched beyond the horizon of sensors. They believed their power would crush Earth in minutes, but they had forgotten one thing. Earth had a weapon the galaxy had not seen in centuries. Deep underground, In a hidden chamber beneath the planet's surface, ancient engines roared to life. Long-forgotten systems connected with modern technology. Massive energy grids hummed, feeding power into dormant arrays in orbit. Every movement was precise, every sequence calculated. "This is it," Admiral Kira Hayes said softly on the orbital. "Command bridge. Theta protocol is online." The weapon did not move. It did not fire. It did not even glow at first. The Empire's scouts reported nothing unusual. "All stations are functioning normally," one officer said. "No sign of orbital defenses beyond standard satellites." "They are hiding something," another replied, doubt creeping into his voice. "Something large." On Earth, humans observed every movement of the enemy fleet, every scan, every formation, every weapon charge. "They think they are attacking." "First," Hayes whispered, "let them come." The Empire fired again. Massive energy beams and missiles streaked toward Earth's orbit. Hundreds of ships moved in unison, confident, but the weapon remained silent. The Empire did not know that their attack had already triggered it. Systems designed to remain dormant for centuries now woke. Reactors from the ancient Earth wars poured energy into orbital arrays. Shields strengthened across human satellites. Massive energy converters began redirecting power into an invisible network spanning the planet in orbit. Shield stable. A young officer reported. "But readings are unusual." "They always are," Hayes replied. "The weapon is thinking. It calculates faster than they do." From orbital platforms, long-dead cannons and massive energy nodes began to pulse. They were silent, yet deadly. Every Imperial ship was now in range without knowing it. The first wave of the Empire's attack hit the orbital defense. There, weapons expected resistance. What they did not expect was absorption, redirection, and precise countermeasures. Blasts meant to destroy satellites were deflected back into empty space, harmlessly. The Empire's fleet commander frowned. "Why are they not destroyed?" "They are." "Too calm," one officer whispered. "It's like the planet itself is controlling the defenses." Hayes watched the enemy ships carefully. "They think we are weak. That is their mistake." Then the weapon revealed itself. Silent at first, it moved with precision. Massive beams cut across the void, targeting key systems on the Empire's fleet. Ships vaporized before they could react. Communications went dark. Power cores overloaded in seconds. Coalition survivors in the Armada stared in disbelief. They are destroying us silently." The Empire's first loss came before they even understood the danger. The weapon had begun its work, precise, unstoppable, and deadly. Hayes remained calm on the bridge. They underestimated humanity, and they forgot that some weapons are never meant to be used lightly. The enemy commander called for retreat, but it was too late. The first salvo of the forgotten weapon had marked the beginning of total annihilation. The Empire's Armada had no idea what they were walking into. Hundreds of massive ships advanced toward Earth, confident, arrogant, and unafraid. They had destroyed planets, fleets, and civilizations. This primitive world was supposed to be no different. From orbit, human commanders watched every movement. Their fleet was smaller, fewer in number, and scarred from decades of repairs, but they were ready. Not to match in size, but to outthink, outlast, and outfight the enemy. Admiral Kira Hayes surveyed the tactical display. Targeting arrays online. Defensive grids active. The weapon is fully operational. A young officer looked at the sensors nervously. "Sir, their flagship is approaching at full speed." "They're not slowing down," Hayes smiled faintly. "Good. Let them come." The Empire's first strike hit the outskirts of human orbit. Energy beams screamed through space, colliding with invisible shields. Human orbital defense systems flared, absorbing the impact, redistributing power, and sending weak feedback into empty space. To the enemy, it looked as if their attack had succeeded, but in reality, it had triggered the weapon's precision targeting. Status? Hayes asked calmly. Shields holding? Enemy ship's armor readings are dropping. A tactical officer replied. The first Imperial cruiser exploded in a silent flash. Not even debris remained. The targeting system had locked, calculated, and destroyed it before it could react. Across the orbital battlefield, explosions rippled through the Armada. Entire squadrons vanished. Beams of energy carved paths across the void, dismantling engines, command centers, and weapons. No one in the galaxy had ever seen destruction so precise and so fast out. The Empire's admirals barked orders. Squadrons tried to reorganize. Fighters swarmed. Bombers launched volleys. Missiles fired from multiple ships. But the human weapon anticipated each move. Shields adapted, energy redirected, counterstrikes fired before the enemy could even aim. Coalition. Survivors watched in awe. It's like the planet itself is defending them, one whispered. They're not defending, another replied. They're controlling the battle. Even the Empire's flagship, their pride and command center, could not avoid destruction. Its engines were disabled, weapons destroyed, and the hull vaporized in a flash of white light. Communication channels went dead. Panic rippled through the remaining ships. Hayes observed calmly. They are learning slowly. The remaining Armada tried to retreat. Some ships broke formation, hoping to escape the weapon's range. But nothing could hide. The targeting system was linked to orbital sensors, defense grids, and even ancient automated tracking systems. The Empire's Armada had been confident. They had advanced for decades, building fleets larger than any the galaxy had seen. Their admirals believed no planet, no species, no weapon could stop them. They were wrong. The first wave of human destruction had shattered their outer squadrons. The second wave struck deeper, targeting command ships and weapon platforms. The Empire's formations collapsed, confusion spreading like wildfire. Admiral Kreft's flagship was at the center. He barked orders, trying to regroup, but every command seemed futile. Human targeting was too fast, too precise, too deadly. They anticipate everything. A subordinate yelled. Every maneuver, every counter, every strike. Kreft's claws tightened on the console. Impossible. They are few. Their fleet is smaller than ours. They are controlled, the officer whispered. They are not reacting. They are planning. On Earth's orbital command station, Admiral Kira Hayes watched calmly. Her hand rested on the tactical display. Every ship, every weapon, every ancient system was synchronized. Every shot hit where it was meant to hit. Every enemy movement was countered. They believe in power, Hayes said softly. We believe in precision and control. The Empire's last hope, their flagship, the pride of the Armada, surged forward with full firepower. Fighters swarmed. Bombers unleashed everything they had. Energy cannons glowed brighter than stars. Hayes didn't panic. She didn't even flinch. Target them, she ordered. The forgotten weapon calculated. Ancient systems and modern sensors worked as one. Massive energy beams struck the flagship. Its shields flared, overloaded, and collapsed. Engines failed. Weapons melted. And then, in a blinding flash, the flagship vaporized completely. The Empire's admirals stared in horror. Our pride gone? Instantly? They underestimated Earth, a lower officer said. They forgot. The galaxy remembers humans differently. Other ships tried to retreat. Massive bombers fired volleys. Destroyers attempted suicide. Charges? Every move was met with calculated destruction. Explosions tore through their formations like paper. Communications went dark. Panic spread faster than fire. From orbit, Hayes' voice was calm. The Armada can retreat, if they can, but we will not chase. The Empire's leaders realized their final mistake: pride. Their arrogance had led them straight into a trap. Not a trap of numbers, not a trap of brute force, but a trap of control, precision, and endurance. The Armada was destroyed. Entire fleets vanished in minutes. Their most powerful ships were gone. The galaxy had never witnessed such absolute failure. Coalition survivors drifted among the wreckage, grateful but terrified. They did not even show their full power, one whispered. And we survived. Hayes' officers nodded quietly. The galaxy will never forget humanity again. Above the battlefield, silence returned. Smoke and debris floated in the void. They had only defended themselves, yet the Empire learned the terrifying truth. Humans did not need to fight to dominate. Humans did not need to conquer to be unstoppable. Humans only needed control, patience, and the battlefield was silent. Debris floated across the void. Energy flares from destroyed vessels slowly faded. The stars seemed calmer, almost peaceful. Human fleets hovered in formation, untouched. No celebration, no boasting. Scan for survivors. Treat the wounded, nothing else. Coalition survivors watched in awe. Ships that had fled the Empire's wrath now moved alongside human vessels, being repaired, assisted, and protected. They didn't need to. Hayes walked through the command deck of the flagship. She did not smile. She did not celebrate. Humanity's purpose was not glory, it was survival and control. They underestimated us, she said softly. They thought fear would make us react. They were wrong. Across the galaxy, news spread. Reports of the Empire's destruction reached distant systems, councils, and fleets. Histories were rewritten. Scholars and commanders alike tried to understand how a single planet could destroy the greatest armada in history without even fully revealing its weapons. They survived. One alien historian whispered, "They endured, and they remembered." On Earth, scientists deactivated ancient systems and returned the weapon to dormancy. The planet's defenses went silent again, hidden beneath oceans, mountains, and deserts. Humanity had survived, and the galaxy had learned its lesson. Never underestimate humans or the weapons they kept hidden. The surviving Imperial commanders gathered in shock. "We have been defeated," one admitted, "not by fleets, not by numbers, but by a species that knows how to survive." Coalition observers nodded. "And they didn't even attack us intentionally. They only defended. Imagine if they wanted to conquer." Hayes recorded the final report for the High Command. Her words were simple. "The Empire's Armada attempted to destroy us. They failed. Our fleets remain intact. The galaxy must remember, we endure, we survive, and we are never forgotten." The galaxy whispered the truth in awe and fear. Humans did not need armies larger than stars. They did not need to invade worlds to control destiny. They only needed discipline, patience, and the wisdom to use their secrets wisely. From this day forward, one lesson spread through every civilization: never underestimate humanity, never forget their weapons, never assume they are weak. Far above, human ships moved silently through the void, calm as they patrolled their space. They did not gloat, they did not expand. They simply existed, and that alone changed the galaxy forever. The Empire had been defeated. Not by arrogance, not by strategy, but by a species that remembered its past, protected its future, and wielded power with patience. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy understood a terrifying truth. Humans were unstoppable, not because They sought war, not because they desired conquest, but because they survived where all others failed, and somewhere, deep in the ruins of the Empire, one message echoed through the empty void: never forget humanity. Strategy and the galaxy itself would remember.